what did you see that you
This is Torin.
Torin and Matt Barkley?
Well, Robert is he's a special player. I think just the trust that I have with him, knowing where he's going to be, knowing he's going to make the catch. I mean, that first quarter catch behind his head, that was something I've never seen before. And he just runs great routes, and he's a smart, cerebral player who has mastered the playbook and knows defenses and just knows where to be, knows how to get open. And his athleticism, on top of that, helps. So.
Matt, when you talked about the choppiness of the offense, having to do all the spread stuff to protect the offensive line, how dramatically different would it have been from, say, last year's game plan in any given week?
I don't think it would have been that different. We did that last year. I mean, Arizona, we spread it out. A couple of the games we had that same approach, and just the second half we had to kind of switch it up because of their checks. They backed off and they were playing a little deeper to protect against the pass. So we just kind of brought it back down and ran the ball a little more.
You described a game that had those kinds of individual performances, and it's still described by your head coach as a debacle on offense. How do you understand that game win?
Yeah, I mean, we're happy with the win. Obviously, we're going to celebrate all wins, but it doesn't have that satisfying feeling of yeah, you know, we just dominated that game. And there were points in that game where we felt like, okay, we're rolling now, we got it, let's keep this going. But then, whether it was a penalty or an incompletion or just whatever it was, some of those third and longs that we didn't complete, just kind of, you know, you want to get those big plays, you want to make those happen and move the ball down the field. So just to get that complete game, I think would be, you know, what we're trying to find.
Torrin, describe what it's like to go into a game week and the day before and find out that your positional coach isn't coach anymore. What was kind of the reaction of the unit?
I mean, all we really could do is just move forward. We have no control over what happened. That's really it. We had to just come out and play, regardless of who our coach was.
Did it affect you guys at all?
I don't think so. You've seen how we played today. I think as a defensive secondary, I think we played great. Or not great, but we always have room for improvement.
Torin, on the interception, how were you reading the play as it transpired?
I really was just reading the receiver. We were in man, bump coverage. I looked back and seen the ball was there. I had to make a play.
Robert, what did Minnesota give you that you could take advantage of as a receiver today?
Well, they started off playing about 8 yards, and so the quick passing was there, and I was just able to capitalize on it. Coach Lane made the right calls. Matt was putting the ball in the money, and we just had a great connection early on.
How do you think you have improved over this time last year?
Your experience with Matt, summer, you got the timing down, knowing what he's thinking, deep balls, and it's just giving me a chance. And other than that, it's just a year experience on the field. The game has slowed down a bit, so that helped me a lot.
Matt, Robert, what were you on the snap that went over your head to the left? What can you describe what was happening?
What's what?
Matt, on the ball that snapped over his head.
Well, I was just panicked, trying to get the ball. I mean, it was 4th down, so it didn't really matter for making sure they didn't pick it up and scoop it for a touchdown. But I mean, the clock was winding down, and I just kind of heard the snap count up. It was nothing we haven't done before, just something we can't let happen again.
Robert, can you talk about the second touchdown where the long bomb where the safety was draped all over you?
Well, it was actually the corner. The Carswell took both of the safeties out on just an influence post, and the corner played back, and Matt put the ball in the money. I was over the corner, and it was just a jump ball from there.
Robert, are you surprised given that you had 17 catches for 77 yards, Matt threw for 300 yards with a high percentage, yet you only scored 19 points, didn't have any in the second half? Coach Kiffin, he seemed to be unable to figure it out. What do you think happened there in the second half?
Well, I think we had a lot more penalties in the second half. It was a lot. The third downs were backed up, 3rd and long. That didn't help us at all, and they just took over after Minnesota's defense, stopped us. And other than that, we couldn't get anything done in the second half.
Matt, with all the drops, Lane made a big deal about it. Does it discourage you as a quarterback or make you cautious to target certain guys?
No, it doesn't discourage me. I don't have a problem with coming right back to the same guy because I don't think it's like this guy can't catch. If that was the case, then he wouldn't be in. It's just one thing that he dropped it and then he's got to move on. I wouldn't say it's discouraging, but you're kind of like, come on, we need to make those plays. But you have to move on. And there's nothing you can do to dwell on that doesn't help you out. So I don't have a problem with moving on and just forgetting the play. You just can't let it happen with the receivers. You got to just get them focused and bring them back and get their focus back. But I wouldn't say it's distracting.
Matt or Robert, what was the feeling on the sideline when they got the ball back? So many, a handful of times last year, the other team was able to drive for the winning score. Did you feel confident the defense would step up in that situation?
Yeah, I was confident. I had obviously flashbacks to last year, I think like all of us did, but I was confident this year. This team is a new team. This is a new defense, and they've come a long way. They're a lot better than they were last year in a lot of areas, especially I think in finishing games. And I mean, Torin just put an exclamation point on the fact that we did finish this game, and what other way to get a turnover and end it like that.
Torin, how much does the pass rush being improved help your job as a defensive back?
I mean, it makes it a lot easier because we know we have that pass rush and we have four down linemen that's going to be coming every play, and it always comes on tips and overthrows. That's how we get our interceptions.
Matt, you talked a little bit about the rhythm when Robert's out of the game, or after another receiver used. How do you improve that rhythm in future games?
I wouldn't say that it was entirely because of Robert. He's awesome, but he's not Superman. And I'm not necessarily some of our plays are designed for him, but I'm not necessarily looking to go to Robert every single play. And obviously, I'm looking at leverage of defenders, and he's often open just because of who he is. But I don't think you can get to the point where if one guy's out, then you have to change your whole scheme or who you look to. So I don't think that was the reason why we got kind of out of sync.
Robert, would you have taken that kickoff return back if the kicker hadn't tripped you up?
I believe so. The kicker was he did his job, stepped in the lane, and Coach Baxter always tells us you're not a returner if you let the kicker. It's out, you're in open field. That's what it was. Next time I think I should make a miss.